Well, hello there, everybody. Hope everybody's summers are starting to happen in a nice way. Not too hot, not too crazy. It's been hot here. Things have been likewise heating up at 343 Labs. We got our summer program going on. We got all sorts of people coming in and out. We just had an event last night. Things are busy, things are good. Who was first today? In the chat, looks like Bug Tank. Oh, hi. We got Luminous Cloud. What's up? And Mike Harding giving the shout out on the Model 82 plug-in being half price right now. Very nice. I like that one. Farning is here. Hello. Camel P, a.k.a. The Influence. Jan Kalinowski. And Simple Sam. Hey, you're early. Thank you, Diggin' New Sounds. Diggin' New Sound saying the sick sound. Sorry to hear about your laptop, Luminous Cloud, but hey, iOS, why not? Dig into that. So much cool stuff there. I forget. We got an iPad Pro at home. I like playing with Borderlands. You know, the granular stuff on the touchscreen makes a lot of sense to me. I think that's what it's called. All right. Hey, Itse. Nice to have you back. Aaron Hedges, hey. Metaphase, Marcus Shogu. Nice group of familiar names today. Just a couple new ones. Welcome, everybody. Let's get into it. Doing something a little bit, not unusual, but not, well, maybe. We'll see. Let's slide on in. Or rise on up, as the case may be. What's up, everybody? It's Saturday again. It's always Techno Saturdays. I'm feeling kind of laid back today. I don't know. Not enough coffee? I'm literally leaning back in my chair. Usually I'm sitting up straight and leaning forward. Today I'm like, let's give my back a little support. I'm an old man now. I'm over 50. So yeah, if you didn't know already, and you probably do if you're watching this, but I'm here at 343 Labs Music Production School in New York. We also have our location in Berlin, and we do our online classes, and we have our global community here. My techno friends here at Selway's Techno and Electro, Saturday's Techno and Electro friends. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time if you've never seen this before. And yeah, this show is brought to you by 343 Labs. We are doing all sorts of stuff in the electronic music production education space. We've got our Ableton Live and our live production courses. I do a synthesis and sound design. And I have a 6-class online making techno course that we do every now and then. Yes, I know. I keep saying I'm going to do an electro one. It'll happen. I've been procrastinating. I'm sorry. I've been so busy here at 343, not only teaching, but helping administer and run the show here in New York City. And I got to say, it's busy. I used to have, when we started this during lockdown, right? I had all the time in the world to fool around and get ready for my streams and work on music during the day. Now it's a little different. Now I'm so busy during the week. And then this is like whew. I come here on Saturday, most of the time. Sorry I couldn't make it last week, but yeah, it's this is sort of like a chill time or a time to actually make some music for a few minutes, which is kind of nice. And I get to hang out with you guys. So I really appreciate that all of you regulars that are hanging out with me in the chat, and those of you who are new, welcome, come back. So yeah, that was a little bit of a ramble. Who else is here in the chat? Here's Daraka. Hello from Denmark. Did I say that right? And Mike Harding is asking if Abe is still with 343. Yes, he is. He moved out of town. He's not in the city anymore. He's living upstate. He got a nice house out in the woods. It's beautiful. And he teaches remotely. He does a lot of our online courses from his studio up there out in the woods. Interestingly enough, I love this about Abe. He's like a fire commissioner. He's a volunteer fireman. He goes out and helps people. It's great. He's a good man. So, yeah, and a good friend of mine. So, yeah, he's definitely still with us. And, okay, there's a Russian name here. I'm sorry, I'm not good with Cyrillic, but we're getting the question. Whose intro was before the stream? Oh, there was the sort of countdown music is an unreleased ambient track of mine. I really should just throw that up on Bandcamp. That's just silly. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that this week. I'm going to put up some unreleased stuff that's been sitting around that I don't have a release for. Let's just get it out there in the world. And y'all could, show your support on a Bandcamp Friday or something. So, yeah. And then the track that started with the titles is a release track of mine that you can get. It was the first release on CSM. It's called Recollect. That's available on Bandcamp and actually anywhere you can find that on Spotify. It's everywhere. So, nice one. What are we doing today? Oh, Metaphase. Smith and Selway Masterclass was fantastic. Thanks so much. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad you're saying you're doing a remix. That's great. That's sort of what we said. Go ahead, play with that stuff. Have fun with it. I mean, no guarantees on a release, but yeah, have fun with it. We're going to finish that track and do another version or two of our own and put that out eventually. That's going to happen. Maybe on Tronic. We'll see. And, I'll have to talk to Christian about this. So again, no promises. But if you guys who have those people that joined in that have our projects that we shared, if you do a remix, yeah, send it our way. Maybe something will happen. That would be amazing. But yeah, we have to see about that. So take that with a grain of salt. Got to talk to Christian. And, all right, who else is in here? Mark, did I say Marcus Shogu? Yo. Glad you're here. And Smutek. Welcome. Now, what are we going to do today? I said it was going to be a little bit different. So I have a project open here. This is not my project, actually. This is a collaboration, sounds like a hardware jam. Like it's a bunch of audio stuff that was recorded from hardware, I think. And I'm not going to tell you who this is. I'm going to have a little fun with this. This is an anonymous project done by people that I know, one of whom is a out there DJ killing it lately, and the other one is a very old friend, a little bit more of an experimental artist in a way. And yeah, so they have this unfinished jam that they recorded, and it was sent to me with with some instructions to make some sense out of it. I think that's what I understood, right? So that's what I'm doing in front of you guys. I'm going to listen to this. I've listened to it once, but not very closely. Just enough to notice that some of the levels are out of whack. So I'm gonna fix that. But yeah, we're gonna take this this jam of a bunch of different stuff and see if we can start shaping it into something. I don't know whether to call this a remix or this is my contribution to the collab, or I don't know what the end result of this is gonna be. But The idea is that I'm gonna tear this apart today. I can start playing it in the background while I'm talking, and then next week, one of them at least will join me in the stream to like give me a hard time about how I ruined it. I think that's what's gonna happen today. Hello, Maria M. You had no idea I was live today, but yeah, I'm live almost every Saturday. Sometimes the notifications go out sort of last minute, but glad to have you here. Very nice. Whoa, what was that? That was some crazy 303 stuff happening. Let's look a little more closely at what's going on here. I'm gonna turn my volume up so I can hear it better. Kind of deep and weird and quirky right now is the vibe I'm getting. Oh. Deep and quirky, I said quirky already. Funky, syncopated little synth stabs happening. Book Tank's putting on headphones, yeah. A little more driving now, that's good. Kind of a big vibe shift from the very beginning of intro, I'd say. Hear a little tweaking going on in that hi-hat. So yeah, this was a jam somehow. I mean, there's been some editing. But it definitely sounds like a hardware jam to me. And there's some good elements in here. Okay, there's a lot going on here. It's funny, this is kind of part feedback session in a way, right? I'm listening to this to see what's working and what isn't. Simple Sam likes the intro vibes. Okay, we're getting back to that now. That sort of, what do they call it? What's the name of that sound? Space Japs or something. Yeah, I think there's kind of some fighting going on in this track. There's like different directions it's trying to go in, and it can't decide. Like, I want to go this way. No, I want to go that way. Like, were the two people making this track at odds somehow? Were they arguing? Were they not vibing? Or was this genuinely what was inspiring them, and this is what they wanted to do? Yeah, I mean, how much art is involved in this? And how much is actual, like, just throw it out there and see what happens? Okay, I think that's most of it. Camel P is saying, what do you think about the mix of the track? Well, I think it's not done yet. I think this is a really rough sketch, a really rough mix. This is just the beginning of it. So I wouldn't be super critical about the mix yet, other than I know it needs to change. That's what I would say. I don't think, you know, this isn't a final mix by any stretch. All right, so that's where the loop ends here. There's another 5 minutes of material over here of looks like stuff that they just jammed out and then edited. That's what that looks like. These are just the individual parts. And all right, I'll tell you what I think. I think this is like 2 tracks at least of material. I'm not hearing that all of these parts work together all that well. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be brutally honest with my friends, my nameless friends whose names are, you know, names have been changed to protect the innocent or not so innocent as the case may be. So anyway, let's dive into this a little more and find, you know, let's zoom in, right? Let's see what are these individual parts. Simple Sam likes the overdriven sound. Do you mean like the distorted? There's a sound that's got some distortion on it, right? There's a couple of sounds in here. I wasn't sure if is it supposed to be like that or was something clipping on the preamp when they recorded it? I don't know. All right, we got this little boom going on. All right, one of the things I already did is some of these tracks were too hot, right? The gain staging's not great. It was like clipping at the output. So I grouped everything to turn down the mix going to the master bus. But I might want to start playing around and checking out what's going on with this automation. Like, do we need this automation? No. Unnecessary automation, go away. Also, and nothing wrong with this, of course, but mutes, if you're used to playing, since this was a hardware jam, right? You're used to playing hardware through a mixer, and when you're arranging live, you mute and unmute to bring parts in and out quickly. You know, I think when I'm working with Ableton Live, I would prefer to do things like deactivating a clip if I want to leave it there, rather than relying on the track activator to mute and unmute, because it just creates, again, a lot of unnecessary, complex automation that maybe doesn't need to be there. So let's also, I just turn those clips off, and then I'm going to delete that automation, and that's the same structure. All right, what else is going on here? Yeah, I don't need that automation. There's no fades or anything. Stuff that's going to make, you know, I would do this if I was mixing it too, is just remove anything that, okay, this one has fades in it. That I have to keep maybe, or I have to use another way to do it. Actually, let's do that, because that's crazy. I don't want to have this go all the way up to +6 all the time. That's going to be hard to mix. So instead, let's put a utility on there and copy the automation to the utility, and then it'll be the same, roughly. Give that its own lane, and then copy, paste. Did that work? Now it worked. Okay. And so then we'll get rid of this one. Delete automation. Uh-oh. Sorry, not all of it, just the track volume. What have I done? Have I messed it up? Oh no, there it is. Okay, so then I want to delete that. Delete automation. Got it. I'm awake, I swear. All right. What is this sound anyway? What's going on with this fade? Oh, it's the hi-hats. Or a little percussion sound. Kind of minimal. But like, do we really need it to be that loud? There's probably a better way to do this. I don't want to get too stuck on fixing the automation of this track. Yeah, you know what? Let's get rid of it. Sorry, guys. Let's keep it simple. All right. We'll come back to that, see if we need to do any automation on that. All right. So if I were doing a deep, chill, minimal, spacey, ambient-y kind of a vibe, I'm going to keep this. Right? I think that's a nice track. That's a nice vibe for a track all by itself. But then some of the stuff that happens later sounds like a different track. I think so. I just need to decide what direction to go in. Like this is a whole nother story. This could be a whole track all by itself, probably, whatever this synth is doing. Right? That sounds like a different harmonic space altogether, a different energy level altogether. Right, now if I mess up, if I change what the volume is doing with this, I don't know. Well, I have to be careful where I do it. I need to put the volume after all the effects if I'm going to get it off of that track. But let's try it out. I might just want to just simplify all of this. But for now, let's keep that here on the utility. And that way I can change the volume independently. All right, so that to me, again, that sounds like a whole nother track. All right, Bug Tank's saying make it a B part of the song. But like, if I'm trying to make this a track that a DJ will play, and mind you, one of the people who made this track is a working DJ who has gigs every weekend who can rock the party, I feel like we should kind of stick to some dance floor conventions. I mean, not that you shouldn't like have a track that's, if you're being artistic and trying to do something interesting that starts really chill and then goes into a heavier section. Of course, do that. That's a great ambition. But if you're just trying to make a DJ track that just bangs it out and he has like people start dancing to and it fits into a mix, that might not be the right choice, right? So that's one of the things I got to decide if I'm going to start really deconstructing this. I also feel like I would want this pattern to be faster. Like, I like this. It's a little too much reverb, maybe. It's not too bad. Maria M says, no, harder. All right, we'll go harder then. I'm going to listen to you. All right, so that's a direct... See, this is what I meant by there might be like 2 or 3 tracks in here. This is a vibe. And if I was trying to be music theory about this and figure out what key we were in, those are in different keys. Right? I don't hear that those really work harmonically exactly, at least not at the same time. All right. But that's just making a complex problem to solve in terms of your arrangement. All right. So what's next? We've got these little stabs, this is like another vibe altogether. So what if, all right, so then those just kind of come in and out. All right, I think these are the same. All right, so that's a thing we might use. And then this one. Ooh, I think this might be my favorite one so far. I want to dance to this one. I think this could be the whole track. Just this with some drums. I mean, they have a kick. Where's their kick? I don't love this kick drum, but it could be made to work with some mixing, sound design. You know what I mean? This is jacking. I need to turn it up in here. Hopefully it's not doubling for you guys. See what I mean? How like this, for a DJ track, you could just do this, bring in some hi-hats and stuff. But that's like taking over, right? So this is like that more rich, saturated, distorted, more industrial sounding thing. That's a track. This is a track. Now this says hyperspace, but this is the same thing as this. It's just got more effects on it. It's like a variation on that. Okay. We're just making sense out of all this stuff right now. You know, like these guys kind of go together. Let's group those. And we call that spacey space space. Because that's spacey. All right. I like this, the wonky jacking vibe. This is good. That's probably got me the most excited out of all of these parts. I don't think we I don't think we need that. What am I doing? All right, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start separating this stuff out. Like these guys belong in a different track. Let's group those. And this is the jacking, wonky. Yeah, that's what that is. Let's get that out of the group. All right, this is what we're doing today. We're housekeeping, we're organizing, we're getting these parts ready to do something with, whatever that is. All right. I like that. Aaron's like, that's how the track should start. Yep. Calling out Mullinix, Bug Tank. I like that. All right, are there any other parts in here? Oh, there's a 303. Okay, maybe. How does this sound with the 303 happening? Now I've lost track of it. Oh, there it is. Little messy. I like it, but a little messy. What do you guys think? I don't like the snare. It's like if I was making a more like backbeat, funky electro track, I might use that, but not this loud. Even if I did use it in this beat, I wouldn't be that loud. All right, there's that crazy distorted one that's too much, right? Where'd that go? All right, this one I'm not sure about either, but if it fits anywhere, it's gonna be with more that, with the jacking acidy track. All right. Gotta get this cleaned up somehow. What is this? Bastard? Bastard? Let's just get that out of there. What's going on with these mutes? Show automation. All right, don't need that automation. Go away. See, not 100% into that, honestly, but we'll see. All right, so this is automated out from the start. I think we should, if we're going to make the track about this, I don't need that automation. Same with the kick, right? The kick drum's got some automation in there. Let's get rid of that. It's a rough kick, isn't it? Maybe that's okay for this. I was thinking, I wasn't sure about the kicks before, so I was like, maybe I could have punch box or a sample to see what other kind of kicks might sound good. I don't know if this, I just randomly picked this kick, literally. I don't even know if it's going to work perfectly or it's cleaner. I think that's what I was thinking before. A little more subby, bouncy. That's more that crunchy. Okay, I've crunched it up even more with the saturator. Yeah, it's really crunchy, isn't it? Does it work with this one? They're not phasing, I don't think. So that I could just have a little bit of the character of the original kick that they chose, so I don't totally remove it. It could work. It's really subby, probably. Okay, when that little came in, I didn't mind it at first, but then I didn't want it to repeat. So maybe it just comes in every now and then. And then goodbye. Like a little turn around at the end of a phrase. Could be some cool effect on that, some crazy reverb. How crazy? I don't know. Just some, not that crazy, just some kind of reverb. Whatever. I'll come back to that later. What else do we need? We don't need this boom. There's the hi-hat, which could be good as an in-between layer, but I don't think it should be the main hi-hat. I think that should be just like a character layer for a little vibe and the percussion and variation. Because it has some pitch modulation in it. And then that I'm not loving. Maybe it's the delay. What else is going on in here? Let's get that 303 over here in this other group. Whoop! That was crazy. I could just let this play for a little while. If we're keeping it underground and weird, but jacking, I'm cool with this. Maybe on the snare. I'm gonna bring the snare in under advisement, but I may veto. What's this one? More kind of minimal percussion. That's a maybe. It fits, or maybe we'll keep that for the other stuff. I don't know. The hi-hats, we can just layer, we can throw in all sorts of other percussion. Doesn't have to be these. Like, which kick am I listening to now? Oh, there is another one in there. This is like a little transient in there. That one's not even in the... Is that one even in the arrangement? Yeah, it is. Okay. I mean, this one's... It sounds like a little bit more of a conventional... What does this sound like without the effects on it? Huh? No, that's just really different. I don't know if we need this for this groove. We'll see. Do we need to have 3 kicks layered together? Probably not. And then there's this one. No, it's messy. It's one or the other. I don't like that. It's too much resonance, too much of that. All right, so I'm not sure we need this one. Let's well, let's just get it out of that group. Maybe we'll use it in the other one. I don't know. Also, I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the group that has the sounds that we like for this particular direction we're going in. Oop, there we go. All right, Container Studios Glasgow wants a clap instead of a snare. I mean, I was already kind of thinking along those lines. Well, okay, that's too much, the percussion with the echo. Maybe I'm going to give that back to the other one. And yeah, the vibe of this, like, it might work better if it was dry. Does not need to be that loud. Like, what if we syncopated it? I don't know. Something like that. I usually use working with MIDI rather than tracking audio. Of course, chopping audio up is fine. I could also take this and throw it in a sampler and play it with a MIDI note. It'd be easier to do different rhythms. But yeah, I feel like a different, if we're going to do the 2 and the 4 at all, because a lot of techno doesn't even have that. How about, we're getting some different suggestions, but let's find a clap and we can decide what to do with that clap. And don't worry, no one's going to give you the clap. Can you guys hear the preview? Is that coming through the stream? Oh, too loud. Ow. Not 100% sold on the kicks. Might have to figure this out. Oh, no wonder, because there's some stuff in here that we don't want. Upchuck? That sounds like a chopped up version of, yeah, bass upchuck. These are the same sound, just playing at different times. Like there's some crazy editing going on here. What were you two thinking? What were you doing? What is going on here? You were getting crazy. You had a lot of good ideas in this jam that were all too much at the same time. Now we're like concentrating on making the stuff that works together and just using that together because we just want to all be together, right? Right, so these I gotta... They're kind of going together, right? Supporting each other. Probably need to work on some EQ and effects and stuff for those, but for now we'll leave them. I like the idea of the jacking clap on top. And it's definitely enhancing the Chicago-ness of this by doing that with the 4 on the floor clap as well. Throw that hi-hat over here. What else we got? There's that kick drum we don't need. All right, we're not using the spacey space stuff. What's this? Oh, that's a whole nother track, right? That's gonna be track 2 or track 3. This was 3 tracks, definitely. There was the deep chill one with the spacey sounds. There's the jacking wonky acid track. And there's the more industrial driving hypnotic techno track, right? I think that's awesome. If these 2 mysterious strangers, who are not strangers to me, but just to you, are cool with that, if I'm in the mix, that's what I would advise, that we take this jam and we divide it up into 3 tracks, call it an EP, release it, and take over the planet. I think that's most of it. What's this one? The 808 core kit. What is this playing? Is there even anything? There's nothing even on there. Except for, let's see. Ah! All right, so this wasn't even in the arrangement. Let's see if it works. It's a little tweaky and noisy, right? Drum challenger. We're resonating these crazy hi-hats or whatever, shakers or claves or whatever we're hearing here. Not sure I love it, but it's there. It's kind of fun. Oh, look, there's a clap in there with a bunch of crazy effects on it. I'm actually going to leave that because I like the little fluttery delay resonator effect on that. It sounds nice and stereo. Let's do that. Let's move that over into the jacking wonky groove folder. All right, there's that stab playing too much again. Got to fix that. I feel like I don't need to do too much with the arrangement for this. I think it should just be like, let it ride and have drums come in and out and just be a DJ tool. Not have too much crazy arranging, not too out there. All right, where are we? I'm getting confused. I'm going to listen to it again from the beginning with the arrangement kind of in mind. Like, definitely not starting with the clap, right? Definitely not starting with those hi-hats. What's this? More hi-hats. Yeah, I might not, you know what? I think I'm gonna ditch the little minimal clicky, tweaky hi-hats, keep that for the deeper track, and find some more driving, thick, chunky percussion. If I'm gonna add that much more percussion to this, other than like a bigger open hi-hat or something. Because I feel like these little light ones will sound better with this stuff. That's another track, right? I like that. We'll make this like 12 minutes long and pretend we're Ricardo Villalobos when we do that one, but not today. Oh, Simple Sam's asking about the spectral effect. Yes, that's a live device. On this, that's the spectral resonator. Right there. In your native live audio effects. All right, so I'm going to start thinking about percussion and ramping up the energy level of this. I mean, that one's there. It's got vibe, but it's not like a lot more energy. We could be 90s about it and just use drum loops or like that, or we could do more drum programming. Speaking of 90s, those of you old enough to remember, you know these over here? Zero G, Ecstatic Goldmine, all of these now illegal sample packs because they contain so much copyrighted material in them. We'll take our chances. But yeah. I mean, I don't know if these are all going to work, but I don't even know if I'm going to use them for this track. I just came across some of these recently. Right? And it just brought back a lot of memories. I've gone through this sample CD so many times 30-something years ago. And if you go through enough of these old sample CDs, you'll start to hear loops that you go, I know that track. There's all these little hidden gems in there. So I don't know if a real like that kind of snare is appropriate. I mean, shaker is appropriate for this, but I'm just gonna mess around a little bit. Okay, another drawback here of using these is some of them might be copyrighted music, but also none of them are edited already. You have to set them up yourself. Like that's the first beat right there. I need to make that transient marker, set 111 here, and make the beginning of the loop there. And then I think that's the first beat of the next bar, so that has to go over here somewhere. And then I need to fix the tempo because it's not 164, it's something else. Undo. What did I do? Yeah, it's only supposed to be a bar, right? So this needs to go here somehow. See, this is ridiculous. All right, let's start this over. Warp from here. See, Live's trying to do it halftime. There we go. Finally. Thank you, Live, for getting me. Uh-oh. Computer's talking to me. Stop while you're ahead, Selway. Are you kidding me? There we go. It's like so not on time. What a waste of time. There, finally. Oh my God. I'm not sure that I actually need that, but just pointing out that I was thinking about going through these old samples. Let's do something a little bit more constructive than spend time looking at 0G data file disk 3 and just put some 909 hi-hats and stuff in there just to get the vibe going, get the more kind of techno groove going on. So we'll just go with the easy core kit and put in some hi-hats. And I think, what time is it? It's getting close to wrapping it up time. We're almost there. Is it too much of a cop-out to do this again? Like, does every techno track have to have the same? Oh, hi-hat? No. I might go back and change that. That's not right, is it? At least I got to do something syncopated and, swingy maybe. This has got some swing to it. So that's a little better. I'm just going to duplicate that. Make my life easier. And distort it. Make it sound rough. Better. Yeah, not gonna do that shaker. It's not right. How y'all doing out there? All right, I've got the hi-hat. I'm gonna think more about what kind of percussion to add while we listen to this. Might get there today, might not. I know that the hi-hat's not gonna come in the beginning, and neither is that clap. Let's go back here a second. Wayfinder, that's funny. Insanely groovy, though, even if it's dancing with thumbs hooked under its suspenders. Yeah, it has a little bit of that. And if you know one of the people that made this, it's actually highly appropriate that you would say something like that. Maybe we do the hi-hat already at 17, the open hi-hat. Just get in there. Because like I was feeling right there before the acid happened that something needed to start changing. Definitely want to do some wacky effects on this to make it more stereo and swirly and headphone friendly. What if we punch up? That sounds good actually. I'm just running everything through Saturator now. Where's the 303? I'm okay with that. Something needs to come in 33, right? Yep. Take the kick drum out, do something crazy here. Oh yeah. And there the kick drum comes back. That was good timing. All right, I know it needs something. What's this? What's this? Let's see. Just once. Oh, nope. Too soon. What are we missing, right? Something needed to keep going there. Yeah, too much. All right, we got to stop there. Because there's some deconstruction that needs to happen. There's something that needs to be knocked out there. I don't like when it starts going crazy on the bass tard sounds. It is okay if it happens a little bit, but then it doesn't groove repeating. It sounds good as an occasional stab. Like even here, it happened a couple times too many. Yeah. And then it's gone. And maybe no 303 right there in that little break. Something else is going to happen here. Some pithy quote. And that's where I want the kick drum to come back in earlier than normal, like more live jam style where the breaks aren't long and you just keep doing it. Yeah. Keep the vibe going. Do a little part without the 303 for a little while. Right there with that, this is really bouncy. Right there where that little tweaky sound comes in, I took the kick drum out again. All right, and that's where I was like, nope, that's got to keep going, right? 303 probably, because we hadn't had that in a while. Let's just duplicate that section. Probably need another little break here at 81. And that, again, no. I don't know. I think, what time is it? It's almost 2:30. We're almost done. I'm feeling that stuck feeling, like, oh, it needs something, but I'm not sure what it is. But I did also say earlier that I want to keep it simple, right? Like not have too much craziness going on in the arrangement. I think just keeping the main groove going and dropping in and out for fun transitions, just to change it up a little bit. Let's listen again from earlier in the track. Oh, you know what? There's some of this editing here with the reverses and the things of the bass upchuck and the upchuck tracks that is really cool. That maybe that needs to happen over here again, because yeah. All right, Jen Kalinowski, go watch your football. Germany versus Denmark. Oh, this is good. Oh, I got it. So we're going to have this little break here where a lot of the stuff comes out. And then we'll have a section that's without, because the bass has been in there. That main bass thing has been in there the whole time. Maybe we need a section without it here. And then we'll do that. We'll do some crazy transition. We'll do some kind of meme-worthy, ridiculous statement of how we're going to take over the world in some particular way. Or, I don't know, some like memeable phrase from social media, of course, because that's we're going to totally sell out. And then it'll make it a big, huge TikTok hit, even though it's wonky. That's the thing. If we can just capture the zeitgeist, it doesn't have to be like we can be big TikTok techno. We can be memeable with something like this if we figure out what the right zeitgeist thing to throw in here is, and then maybe we'll. If we think too hard about it, it will never happen, though. It has to be spontaneous and it has to come from a true inspirational moment. So we can't force that. No luminous cloud, no brain organoids. I don't know. Maybe that's going to work. Maybe that was too short. Redo. I miss it. I miss the groove. Maybe we can't take it away. Maybe we can just like filter it out or something. Yep. That was easy. I could do that earlier in the track too. Where's that clap? What am I missing? Oh, it's this. Okay, this is where the automation is. Unnecessary automation. Delete automation. Oh, that's cool. I like that little switch. Yep. Okay, so we could feature the acid there. How can we do this? Nope. See what I'm trying to do? Make it a little more repetitive, trippy, acidy. But it's boring. It's boring. I don't know. We need a real 303 here, maybe. Because when I just brought this in, it sounded messy. I wonder if there are any other 303 parts that they didn't use. It looks like it's all just the same loop. What's this? That's a whole nother part that wasn't even in the track at all. Okay, there's 4 tracks here, guys. We're going to do it. Okay, I'm going to call it there. It's 2:32. We've been on for an hour. We got a lot done. I am happy about this. All right, so we've got this mysterious collaboration, which will not be very mysterious in the future. We'll come clean and tell you who it is. And the idea is that I'm hoping that they will join me, at least one of them, on the stream, so we can all bicker about how they don't like what I did today, and then we'll do something completely different. Or maybe they'll love it, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do next. Thanks, everybody. This is fun. This is a fun game to play, and I like what's happening here. It's a little different than what I usually do, and that's what I like. One of the things I like best about collaborating is it always has a different flavor than what I would do by myself. Nice one. Thanks to all of you for hanging out with me today. I'm still trying. I said we posted here on YouTube that we're going to do another feedback session soon. I said on air recently it was going to be electro, but I was mistaken. I'm trying to alternate them, and the last one we did was electro. So let's do techno this time. So techno feedback session coming. We'll post on Discord. Check the link below to join our Discord and find out the details. I will post there first, and then we will post it here when we schedule the stream. So once again, thanks a lot. Having fun today. Go out, enjoy the summer. Hope your team wins. If you're watching the European football happening right now. And Luminous Cloud is asking for electro next week. We're going to have to wait on that, because I think next week is... I was just saying with this collab thing that's happening, that maybe one of them is going to join me next week. Okay, if that doesn't happen, then I'll do electro. But assuming that we're going ahead as planned, next week will be more of this with friends. All right, we'll get back to the electro soon, I promise. That's it. Enjoy. Maria's raving in the woods outside of Stockholm. Have a wonderful time. And come back and hang out. Adios.